Hi, everybody. We're trying a different phone. We'll see if this one works.
Christine was the first one on last time.
Was she really?
Yes, she was.
Christine, let us know. Oh, Amanda, we're having trouble here, Amanda. Third attempt here. Can anyone hear us? I can hear you, says Miss Christine.
That's good news.
Okay, let me turn the camera back around. So you want to tell them where we were?
We were just about to explain how we're going to sew this.
Okay.
We're going to sew right down the middle, you said, sort of.
So 1/4 of an inch.
To either side. I get it. Should I get a 1/4 inch foot then?
Either that or you can move your needle over, which would be my preference because you don't want that guide going down the middle of the fabric.
And Paula's,
Thank you, Nancy.
QO2.
QO2.
And I'm going to run that edge of my foot right along
the edge of the foot, and I would recommend that you need to be pretty precise on this, okay?
Pretty precise?
Yes.
Just pretty?
No, very.
I can be pretty precise.
So sorry about that. We ended up going to a different phone here. We're not sure what went on there. So this is a way to make multiple flying geese at one time, is what we're doing. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Okay.
We're flying, these are European geese.
And then you're going to assemble sew this next one so that you're not stopping and starting, because we've just lost 10 minutes of our time.
Yes, we did. Uh-oh.
Patty, I'm not sure if you're telling me that you're late or we're late, but we were on time, but then turned into late. And you really want this to be almost like a scant 1/4 of an inch, Patrick. Probably should have told you that. It's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, and then we're going to rotate these around, and then we're going to stitch down the other side of that drawn line. Well, it's okay, Patty, because you didn't miss anything, because we were having
Technical difficulties
here today.
Third time's a charm. It is Halloween after all.
How you doing?
I am having a blast.
That's good.
I got brave there. Did you see how fast I went?
Okay, so then what we are going to do is we are going to trim with your handy dandy scissors. And then I'm going to have you hold the camera.
All right.
And we are going to come to our cutting mat right here. And we will cut on the solid line, on the drawn line.
Yes, Patty, this is Mystery 54. We are doing the first sewing part of Mystery 54. We did cutting instructions yesterday. We are doing the first sewing part today. Again, we are running out of kits, so if you guys want to participate in this, kit is $29.99. It's Mystery 54. It's got some really cute fabrics in it, and I think you guys are going to love it.
So the little gray squares do need to be marked on the diagonal, and I do need to mark just a couple more before we...
Yeah, Michelle, the ghost from the old store is actually called my phone. My phone is jinxed, and I'm going to retire it. We're using Kate's phone now. It works really good. How many did we have watching originally?
I actually didn't notice. Okay, so we're going to need these in just a moment, okay? So now what we're going to do is, can they see the iron right there, Patrick?
I've got them on it now. Yes.
Okay. So what we are going to do now is we are going to press our little triangles up, okay? And we want to make sure that the seam allowance is going to get pressed to the triangles.
Well, this is where the scant comes in, huh? Have I done this before?
I don't know. I'm not your keeper.
I sort of remember it because it looks like foxes, doesn't it? So we should call these flying foxes.
You think?
Look at it. It's got little fox ears with the fox nose.
You know, talking of foxes, I went out for a walk the other night. And I could not believe it. I was going to head off my street onto some trails, and there was a fox walking down the trail. Like, not walking on the grass. He was literally walking down the path on the trail. I changed my direction. Because I'm not sharing a trail with a fox. Okay. Next, what we are going to do is we're then going to take another gray one and we're going to line it up onto the tan corner, and we are going to stitch 1/4 inch either side of this one. And I'm going to get them all ready for you because I know how needy you are.
Foxes are harmless. They're so cute.
That's what my husband tried to tell me.
That's right. After I told my coyote story, all of a sudden everybody came out with all these mean coyote stories. I didn't realize how coyotes were mean.
Okay.
I watched Roadrunner and Coyote. He wasn't that mean.
Really?
Okay. What am I doing? Oh, yeah.
1/4 inch either side.
You got it.
Kind of a scant 1/4 inch. Nope, you can just go straight on. Shelley says the foxes that live in her backyard, like live in her backyard. That sounds a little scary.
Yeah, that's...
Follow the sidewalks around the cul-de-sac.
They're polite foxes. That's good. Am I doing the same thing on the other side, right?
Yes. But remember, you have 4.
4, 6, 6, 2, 2, 4.
What does that mean?
You got 4 of these.
Oh, okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
I thought you meant that I should have put the other 2 on the other side or something.
So Linda would like to know, why were you not stitching when Kate was lining it up for you?
Because I was waiting for instructions. I only do as I'm told.
Oh. That's a loaded comment. Okay.
Look, this is cool.
Okay, get the other 2 done, and then we will show them what's next.
No deep size.
So how are you feeling about the event next week? Are you like all ready?
Yeah, I am just... I'm ready to go, except you're stressing me out. Because you're not ready. I'm ready.
What was on your to-do list? I heard him delegating his to-do list.
That's right,
the other
exactly.
day.
I got the bingo cards ready.
No, No, you did not get them ready.
I did too. I asked Cindy to do it.
Oh my gosh. It is supposed to be nice weather, Patty. I've been watching, and next Thursday and Friday, I think it's supposed to be mid-50s both days.
What is it? They say
Linda's my type of lady.
what?
She says that on Patrick's to-do list is just to show up. That's about what he does.
Right.
No, he does have a very, very big, important job, and that is to make sure that we have the machines.
That's right. Okay. Clip,
Okay.
clip, snip, snip. Snip, snip.
So the Doubletree Hotel is off Iliff and 225.
What's next?
So if you're local and want to come down and visit with us, we would love to see you. Okay, so now we are going to cut on the solid line.
Oh, perfect. I can't wait. I love puzzles like this where like you sew a little bit and then you open it up and it's all of a sudden something different. We went from flying foxes to...
You want me to do it?
Yep.
Flying
Flying geese. That is so fun.
So the way these are made, you end up making a set of 4 with each large square.
Terry, you don't need to bring anything. We've actually got a little gift bag that's going to have all of your goodies in it. And
then
we
I'm gonna
supply the
press.
machines. We supply everything.
So
You're
the
going to press
seam,
to the...
seam allowance is going to the
dark side.
gray.
But I should probably send out an email, huh? Just to let everybody know what's on. We're on our way, and
That would probably be a good idea.
yes, that might be a good idea. So I will send everybody an email out. That's another thing on my list. See, I just added something. I'm not quite
Wow.
ready.
Your first thing on your list.
I'll just ask Cindy to do that too. Yes, it's Iliff and 225 is where the Doubletree is. It is going to start. We'll have the table open at 8 o'clock on Thursday
It's
morning.
called a registration table.
Yeah, the registration table at 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. I'll start talking around 8:45.
And he'll finish around to 8:45 that night. Okay, so now we need to trim these down. This is your flying geese, and we need to trim these down to 2.5 by 4.5. But the most important measurement is from the top of the point. You need to make sure that you have 1/4 of an inch. And then when you're using your ruler, I'm not using a Flying Geese special ruler. So if you have one of the Flying Geese special rulers, that would be a great time to use it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my 45-degree angle on my ruler is matching up with the 45-degree angle on here.
Oh, cool. Look at that. Oops, I stepped on your toe.
So first of all, I'm going to make sure that I have
1/4 inch.
1/4 of an
Which
inch.
you do, right?
Yep.
That's right, Sheila. I told you, work smarter, not harder.
And it's going to be 2.5 inches.
The squaring up thing, that's again, I really struggle being a real quilter. Not that I'm not a real quilter, but
So it's 4.5 in length. So what we're looking for is to make sure that we've got this in one corner, we've got this on the other corner, and we've got 1/4 of an inch right here.
that is so awesome.
Okay?
Yep.
And you are going to do that to all, so we've just made 8, okay? But your instructions tell you that you need to make 16, And your little sidekick made 8 of them earlier
Well,
for
see,
you.
you know what? Look at that.
Yeah, it was Cindy
That's-
again,
that-
wasn't it?
No.
Oh, no, this time it was Paula.
It was Paula this time. I'm telling you, you guys learned something today. Work smart, not hard.
Okay. So Paula has got 8 done. Patrick has got 8 done. So this will give you a total of 16 of these flying geese.
Perfect.
But we're not done. We got more to do.
Seriously? Oh, man, that was a lot of sewing.
And a lot of trimming and a lot of pressing. Okay. So come over to your little
Barb
baggies.
says she needs helpers.
She
like
needs
Patrick.
helpers. Okay, so now you need your J and I rectangles. Your J and
There's
J
J.
and I.
I got J.
Oh, you know what? Someone else has already done your other ones for you. And you need your D squares.
Look at how quick I'm going.
Okay, so lay out your J rectangles.
All right.
They need a raise.
All right, I got 4 of these. 1,
You should have 4.
2, 3, 4. Okay, good.
So in total, between J and I, you have 8 of these rectangles. And then what we're going to do is we are going to take your D red squares. And this one we can actually use our laser beam on. So if you don't have a laser beam, you definitely would want to mark these.
Just get one. Get a machine with a laser.
Yeah.
That's the good advice.
Okay, so if you don't have a machine with a laser, you're just going to mark one diagonal on these. And they need to go in 2 corners. And it's the long, so either here or here, it doesn't make any difference, okay, because this is not directional fabric. But we are going to stitch from here to here, and we're going to stitch from here to here. Got it?
I've got to remember that.
I'm gonna watch you.
I mean, it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because I don't see any kind of.
So from here to here.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean.
Look at that laser on there.
Okay, give it a try. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much.
Can I do this in the middle center needle position this time?
Oh yes, you need to be on center needle position.
Did you notice how I caught that?
Yeah,
I am a real quilter.
You
Look.
are a real quilter. I'm gonna get you a badge that says I'm a real quilter. Oh my gosh. So right down the center, we're stitching right on that center diagonal line. And that is true. The diagonal should never stop in the middle of the fabric. When you're doing that, it is always going to be edge to edge.
And then this way.
Correct. Okay, so I do want to explain something on the cutting directions from yesterday.
Oh, that's right. You said you was 3.5. Was it 3 1/8 or was it 3?
It was 3 1/8.
It
So
was,
I
okay.
did change it.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
we're good.
are you good?
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to do that with all 4 of those pieces, okay? And I am going to take you back to the directions from yesterday.
You said you're going to watch me.
You'll be okay. Do you need me to come have Paula hold your hand? Oh
right,
my.
this way.
Okay, so J and I, let me take this out of the plastic so you can see it better. The I and the J cuts are the same size. They are 4.5 by 8.5. The directions, the pattern for this quilt actually had directional fabric,
I went the
and
wrong
that
way
was
now.
why. No, you're good.
Am I good?
Yep. That is why it was separated out into the I and the J, but really I should have caught that, and it's just one, so they're the same. So instead of 2 of I and 6 of J, you're basically just using all 8 of these, okay? So what Patrick is doing right now is this right here. So he's making a total of 8 of these. And this fabric is like a tossed pattern, so there is no direction. So these, when we put them into the runner, they may go this way or they may go this way. So the actual direction, so if it's confusing why I and J seem to be the same, it was due to the fact that initially it was a directional fabric. It's not flannel. It is not flannel. And you're going to make 8 of these. So we're going to finish watching Patrick here.
Uh-oh.
How you doing?
I'm having a blast.
This is really cute fabric.
It would be
Not-
cute as a flannel too, though.
It's really not like strong Christmas. I mean, it's definitely got a Christmas or a winter feel to it, but it's not the traditional Christmas. The other fabrics that are in the kit are, let me open this up so you can see it a little bit better. Maybe. So this is the red that he's sewing with right now. And then this one is a part of that collection. So it's got these little twigs, and you'll also see that in here. Yeah, Ginger, sorry, we had an issue with the sound today for some reason, so we had to stop and restart.
Twice. It is Halloween.
And so this is the other one, and then we've got this print, and then we've got 2 kind of tone-on-tone prints. So we've got this one, which is a Moda Thatched gray, and then we have this one that's kind of like a marbly brown.
All right.
Yes,
I got
we
it.
still have the checker fabric. So this one right here is not the one I'm going to run out on. It's this print here that I will run out on. So if you're wanting this one, we can definitely cut some of that for you. Okay, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to let you take this.
Perfect.
And then what we are going to do is we are going to add a 1/4 inch to each one of these sewn lines that you have stitched on.
1/4 inch, right?
1/4 inch.
Perfect.
And we're going to we're going to cut off our corners.
Snip, snip. Yes, the fabric kit is $29.99 for this particular project. So get them while they're hot. And you can keep up with our sewing. Yeah, because we're doing this one and we're probably not going to do it again. Are we going to do it next week?
I have not looked at the schedule for lives next week. Probably not, because Tuesday is going to be DDE.
Oh, that's right. Yep, and then
And
that's
then
it.
Wednesday we are,
Yeah.
and I don't think I will be on the schedule for Monday. Because it's not a normal work day for me. Okay, so now we are just pressing these triangles and we're pressing the seam allowance to the outside. Did I tell you how much I really like these little irons?
Yeah, I know, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are very cool. Or very hot. And steamy.
Okay,
How do we do?
so you did great. And Paula did great because she made some for you too.
That's perfect.
So you are going to make 8 of these units.
Perfect. Good job.
Okay, but we're still not done.
Wow.
We got a
We're
lot
gonna
of
finish
sewing.
this quilt.
No, there's a lot of sewing in this one.
Is
You
there?
ready?
Yes.
Okay. So next, on your little baggies over
So
here.
what? We've got 8 flying ducks and then those, right?
Next, I want you to find your H squares. And there
Those are the
is
big ones, that's right.
2 of those.
Okay.
And then you need,
Linda wants to know, do you press the seams flat? You
I
don't
did
need-
not press them open.
No. You don't need to.
So the seam is pressed to the corner.
Perfect.
Okay, and then we're going to work with some more D's. And Paula must have been slacking because she hasn't done any of this work for you.
Uh-oh. I need to find a new delegation system.
Okay, right sides together.
Are we doing the same thing?
And you are going to do one in each corner.
Just one corner?
Yes.
Or all
Thank you,
4
Patty.
corners? All 4 corners?
All 4 corners. How you doing?
I'm good. I even got this down to where I know which way I'm going. Pretty impressive. I didn't even have to ask you what direction.
That's because you're a real quilter now. There's a lot of sewing today.
There is a lot of sewing.
There's a lot of sewing in this project. Patty, I don't think I can help you with the gator fabric.
That'd be fun fabric. Gator fabric would be very cool. All right. There's one. Should I do that?
Okay.
I just had a nightmare little flashback thing that said I did it on the wrong side of the fabric, but it's the right side.
So Mary, we are working on Mystery 54 today. So Patrick has done flying geese. He made 16 flying geese, which look just like this. So he made 16 of those. And then he made 8 of these units. And now we are making 2 of these units. I know, that's what I said too, 54. And I've definitely been a lot slower this year on Mistress.
Yep, awesome, man. Thank you.
Patty, it's not going to be super cold. No, I think it's supposed to be in the mid-50s all week. Yeah, that's what I saw too, Anne, when I looked.
That's like summertime.
Well, Patrick did have a little bit of help in getting some of these blocks done today. Actually, Patrick had a lot of help getting these blocks done today, thanks to our dear friend Paula.
Yeah, earlier she looked at me, she said, Patrick, I got half your sewing done today. You're welcome.
You're welcome. So that actually has used up all of our D red squares at this point.
Yay. You're going to cut to a quarter inch,
The
I bet.
embroidery project at the anniversary, absolutely, Aileen. I don't know where it's at though. Do you know where the embroidery project is? You have yours. Do you have yours with you right now? Okay, yep, we will show it to you here.
Burr,
It's
Linda.
not in the original fabric.
Quit being a big baby, Linda. It's not that cold.
Okay. Is she concerned? Okay, so now we are trimming off all of these corners, adding on the 1/4 inch. Thank you.
I messed up on the lining, so don't open that.
Okay.
No inspecting Paula's project.
Oh, why don't you just announce it to everybody, Patrick? Okay, so so this basically is a snowball block, for those of you that have figured that out. Patrick being the real quilter that he is now.
That's right. I knew that was a snowball.
Hopefully we won't be throwing any snowballs at the anniversary event next
I
week.
was actually getting cold sewing it.
Whatever. Okay. And then we are going to press each one of these corners out. Okay,
Got it? Look at that.
I'm proud of you.
Did we do it all?
Yep.
Good job.
So 16 flying geese,
Perfect.
8 half snowballs, and 2 snowballs.
So what I do
Got
Perfect.
it?
So we got 2 full snowballs and 8 half ones, which makes a total of 6 snowballs.
Okay, and then somebody just asked about, this is not the fabrics you're going to be doing, but you are going to be doing a zipper pouch in the hoop. So you're going to place the zipper pouch all in the hoop. You're going to, it's hard to see on here, but there is some background quilting. So you're going to learn to position and place your background quilting. And then you are, and it also is kind of hard to see, but we've
yeah,
got
look at that.
SEW. And then you will do your placement of your letters using the Canva technology.
That's perfect.
Yep. So that is the embroidery room project.
They said I can't call myself a real quilter until I start measure, cut, and square up.
Time to let them go, isn't it?
Exactly. All right.
Bye,
You all-
everybody.
All right, everybody. Hope you had a good time. Thanks for the getting through the technical difficulties there. But watch all 3 videos. So you get the whole thing if you watch all 3.
Thanks
All
for
right.
joining us.
Thanks, everybody. Have
Bye,
a great day.
everybody.
And happy Halloween. And we keep you another 10 minutes so all the little kids you could see them. They're
Oh my
very
gosh,
cute.
they're fun.
So if you live in Thornton and you want to see a bunch of cute trick-or-treaters, come say hi. All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.